Hello, hi, I'm Punita here from Huawei Global Training Center. So today we're going to discuss about the topic RMU Solution, Part 12. So let's look through what is an RMU solution. This is known as the radio multiplex unit. It consists of two types of the hardware, the RMU 3900 series A and UBBPI. And basically, what is the purpose of RMU solution? With the evolution of wireless network, low-cost remote convergent solutions are required by the CPRI-based topologies in certain scenarios. So RMU solution will help to reduce the required number of CPRI optical fibers and resolve the problem of insufficient CPRI links and bandwidth. So basically, when we use these modules, it will help together to allow multiple CPRI link of the RRUs or AAUs and also to be multiplexed on a small number of optical fibers for a long distance transmission. So we have the BBU and we configure or install the UBBPEI card which has two XCI port for a connection to the RMU. So basically each RMU will provide about 12 CPRI port for a connection with RRU. So total RRUs, we have 12 RRUs. And one QSFP will provide about 40 gig. So over here maximum we will use 2 QSFP. So total gig is 80 gig. So this is considered very high transmission rate. So let's look through the product itself. So RMU 3900A is basically the product that we use for the RMU solution. And together with the RMU, we need to also configure the UBBPEI version, which is allowing multiple CPRI because one XCI port can give you up to 40 gig if you are using QSFP module. So if I have two XCI port, the total is 80 gig. So it will actually allow multiple CPRI to be multiplexed on a small number of optical fiber for a long distance. So what is the advantages of the RMU solution? The first advantages is reducing the required number of fiber optic cables and engineering costs. So let's compare before and after. So this is the number of optic cables that you used before. It's considered very high. But when I utilize the RMU solution, and after effect, you don't need to use much optic cables anymore. It's reducing. So it reduces the required number of fiber optics and the engineering cost. You don't have to spend much in this kind of solution. Alright, and increasing the bandwidth. This is the second advantages. So let's compare before and after. So the total CPRI bandwidth for each UBBP before was 60 gig. After I increase up to 80 gig because we are using XCI port with a QSFP module. So bandwidth for each of the CPRI port was 10 gig before and after was 40 gig. So total you can reach up to 80 gig. So this is the total bandwidth. And usually this kind of solution is required when you have more RRUs. Let's say you have 12 RRUs or more than 12. So it will actually help to decrease the CPRI cables and also make it in a small group. So that is the advantages of using the RMU solution if you have more than 12 RRUs. So basically in the RMU 3900 series A, you will have 4 ports. So each port can be connected with 3 RRUs. So as I mentioned, since they have 4 ports, so when you times by 3 RRUs, so total for one RMU is 12 RRUs can be connected. So one RMU 3900 series A can have a connection of 12 RRUs. So if you have more than 12, you need to configure more than one RMU. That's all for this part. We have discussed about RMU solution and its advantages. So as usual, let's go through a quiz question. So what's the question over here? The RMU 3900 series A and UBBPI are used together to allow multiple CPRI links of RRUs and AAUs to be multiplexed on a small number of optical fibers for long distance transmission. So is this statement true or false? The answer is true. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Have a nice day. Bye.